Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, April is dubbed as Jazz Appreciation Month, and we spoke to a few jazz lovers who are at the forefront in ensuring that the genre stays alive. We spoke to Banda Banda, Roux and Nothemba Madumo to tell us what jazz means to them.
I'm Banda Banda, a musician and a creative director for Banda Banda agency. So my background with the jazz musicians, I curate a lot of their shows and make sure I activate live music in South Africa.
My name is Roux. I'm the managing director of IKS Cultural Consulting, and I'm also responsible for the Concerts SA project. The role we play on the music scene, not just jazz, although I personally love jazz, the role we play is supporting live music in the country.
Right now, jazz, South African jazz is like one of the best genres, exportable genres in the country, and it's growing. It's becoming very big. But I can say that there's also a shortage of venues to host such musicians. And yeah, so I think it's beautiful, but I think there's an element of growth that's required from the public and also the institutions that can support it. But it's a good genre.
The first time I heard of Jazz Appreciation Month, I think it was Kaya that was doing a lot of stuff on jazz appreciation, and Brenda, Sisani, and a whole range of people. Jazz Day, Jazz Appreciation Month over the years. And I was at SAMRO, and we were engaging in projects and programs, and we were programming live music. It so happens that a lot of the live music we were programming was jazz.
I think for me, jazz is simply the music for the people that speaks the time, speaks to the time, because as we know, jazz comes from people that were either disadvantaged or coming from oppression of some sort. So it's always been a rebellious kind of music, but also with a bit of comfort that comforts a lot of people around what it means. When you listen to blues, there's a lot of fun and all of these things and that they speak about. So I feel like for me, jazz is the music that speaks to the people of the time and the future and the past. So it's the music that just communicates where people are.
I love everything about jazz. I love the fact how it makes me feel, more importantly. It's my go-to. Whether I'm sad or I'm happy or I'm celebrating, whatever the emotion I'm going through, there's always a jazz song that speaks to that moment. And I love that about it, and I appreciate what it takes for the musicians to put that together.
What I love about jazz is how spontaneous it is. The expression of how you can just come into a show and you never know. Even as a musician, you co-create at a go, like how life is. That's why it's so special, because you just do things as you feel at the time. So it's the way life is. That's what I love about it the most. And also the idea of having a communal idea worldwide where jazz musicians can meet today and do an amazing show from the idea of what jazz represents, and they just can give you the best show ever without even rehearsal. So the improvisation of it all is just how life is.
Even young jazz artists that have studied jazz often don't want to be known as jazz artists. They want to be known as artists. Nowadays they're mixing it up. They're mixing up jazz with hip hop. They're making DJs with a trumpet or a drum kit the instruments are coming back, and so they want to be known as artists and performers. I mean, you listen to Mbuso Khoza and you think about his music and some of the arrangements that he does with Carlo Mombele, others would describe as jazz. For him, it's not just jazz. You listen to a whole range of artists that's starting to express themselves, because jazz is a music and a language of expression.
So what I'd really like to encourage is everybody to take this month as an opportunity to learn about jazz and understand it and see the beauty of it, because it is the beauty of freedom, it's the beauty of expression, and it is a genre of music that really promotes collaboration and getting people together. The month of April, in fact since 2012, thanks to the United Nations and UNESCO, declared its Jazz Appreciation Month, and which culminates into the International Jazz Day, which is the 30th of April. And it is a day that is celebrated around the world to appreciate jazz, to appreciate its legacy, to appreciate its past, and of course celebrate its present, and more especially because of what jazz stands for and what it represents, because it's one musical genre that puts people together, not only individually, but also as communities and as societies as well. It's a genre of music because of the nature in which it's created, because it's improvised music, it's collaboration amongst the artists, it creates the unity amongst people, and the idea is to promote it as also a tool to unite people around the world.